Okay, so first off, I really want to say I'm sorry for the really crappy camera angle in this video. I'm trying to figure out something. My room's a mess, and I don't have much else to work with. I don't even have a camera stand. It will get better, I promise. Hello, quick introduction. My name is Liam. My YouTube channel and Tumblr are both in the description, and I believe this week's theme is special talents, so let's jump right into it. Right off the bat, this topic seems absolutely daunting to me for a couple reasons. Just as a lot of people will say, I don't see myself as that unique. This kind of person will see a special talent as something that they can do that not many other people can, which is really hard to do when you consider that you're one person among 7 billion. But when you think about it, you do have a collection of life experiences that nobody else on the planet has. So you, as a collection of your experiences, you are a unique person. But your talents, well, that's a little harder. The other kind of person, when they get asked this question, if they're as hesitant to answer as I am, will see a special talent as something that they excel at. Maybe not in comparison to other people, but in comparison to themselves. And that's definitely a better way to look at it. It's a more healthy way to look at it, you know, so you don't end up comparing yourself to other people, and it's a little bit less daunting, but it still comes up with a few problems. It's really hard to quantify a skill to another skill. So maybe I'm really good at taking your pizza order, and I'm also really good at playing Minecraft. There's no real objective way to compare these. That and the fact that being really good at Minecraft is this whole realm of other... That's its own universe. And I actually recently watched an interesting video about Minecraft that if I remember to, I'll link in the description or annotate somewhere. Now, I think there's a better way to look at it. I think there's a way to help both of these types of people, or, you know, the one person who does both of these. I think there's a better way, and a way to help them focus and come to a specific answer, because this is actually a question that does get asked a lot. I had to answer it on my college applications. I had to answer it in a couple job interviews. You know, what do I excel at, or what do I consider my special talent? You know, those kinds of things. So it is a question that does get asked. The answer comes from the ultimate idea of language and what creates language. For every word, we have an ideal that we associate with that word. When we say tree, we have an ideal tree in our mind, whether it's a big pine tree or a majestic oak. You know, we have that idea of tree. We have that cookie cutter image that, you know, whenever you bake said cookie, it comes out imperfect. That's Plutonian philosophy. And it really describes how language works really well. And and to an extent, we do this with people. We do this with people, and maybe it's not as cookie cutter. I say person, and you think of this bipedal, you know, opposable thumbs kind of thing. With specific people, I say Jack, and I think of all of my memories associated with Jack and how he would typically respond to something given a certain scenario, and what Jack does, what Jack is to me. I say Liam, me, and I am immediately flooded with my entire life. So, but there's always going to be something that stands out. And I think that's where we have to take it from. So if I'm going to answer that question, if I'm going to answer what is most prominent about me when I think about me, then it's a bit of an easier answer. You know, this also will lead to an easier way to clarify, because what's special to me may be completely different what's special to someone else. So they may see my ability to completely fuck up as a special talent. That's not what I see, but that to them is still a special talent. It gives it a little bit more objective subjectivity, if that makes any sense. It's easier to define something that's very subjective. So what do I do when I think of what is most prominent about me when I say my own name? I honestly, the first thing that comes to mind is nerd. I may be nothing special when it comes to geek or nerd culture, but I absolutely love it. There is so much about it that I just am absolutely infatuated with the simple idea and applications thereof. From the video games, to the YouTubers, to the animes, to the communities that surround absolutely everything that I do, there's so much just amazingness, and it's never enough for our communities, for our absolute insatiable thirst for awesome. We have a thirst for awesome, and that is pretty darn cool. But now I have Tumblr, and there's an outlet now, for me at least, and for a lot of other people. There's a lot of good to being a nerd and a geek and an absolute freak. There's so much good. So I honestly will say that my special talent is simply being a nerd. I'm so happy to be a part of this, and I'm so sorry that this was so last minute. This is the day of, and it's 2 o'clock, and I still have to edit all this crap. But that's future me's problem in about 20 minutes, because I'm gonna go play Call of Duty for a little bit. I'm tired. Have a good one.